Alexa, time to stream. Howda ho. Okay, so I know I'm late. I was trying to get this MCP thing working. I don't know if it's working. I don't even know what to. I don't know what working looks like. It says it can do it. I don't know. I did the thing to add an MCP server, and what that means as far as functionality goes, I have no idea. Uh, so we'll see, I guess. So latest news for me. Let's see what I do last night. I went to go see King of Kings. It's a kind of an animated It's the family-friendly animated version of Passion of the Christ. Kinda. I mean, it's got a lot more story there. I mean, Passion of the Christ was the last 3 days of Jesus, right? And this is like his whole life done. It's told by apparently it's the version told by Charles Dickens. You know, Scrooge, a Christmas Carol, I guess it is. Um, and they actually start with the. It kind of threw me off at first because it's like it's telling this story of Scrooge, and it does. It starts off with a little bit of Scrooge kind of story going. It's just the guy, the main character, the dad, is an actor, and he's reciting this at a play, and it's being shown as an animated story, even though it's just him doing the story. And that's kind of how the whole thing goes. He's telling a story to his son, and they're animating and showing you the life of Jesus. It's done really well. It's actually really good. It's entertaining. So my wife and I went to go see it. Yes, it's family friendly. Yes, it's animated. But yes, my wife and I go see cartoons sometimes if they're good. If they're ones that interest us in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of interesting. Some of these, when I open them, have like a little piece of foil in there that gets cut when you turn it. Others, like this one, if it does have that, I don't see it anywhere. Unless it cut it completely. And it's floating around in there, which I guess is possible. If it's a full disk, it'll never come out. But anyway, so I installed this MCP server, and let me update my chat. What am I working on today? You know, I'm still working on. I've got about an hour, I think, before I have to go DoorDash again. So we are working on the play editor still. I'm not in Unity today again. I got to keep working on getting functionality going for my for me to keep creating a. I got to create the. Got to. I have to. I need to. I need to get a back end simulator going fully. I mean, I need to actually start giving myself some kind of code and things to run through, which means I got to give. I got to. I keep saying got to. I don't think got to is the proper language. I need to get a bunch of data in there. That's going to be plays, playbooks, game plans, and these are all functionalities that need to exist within the game anyway, right? So I have to have that. It's not like it's not stuff that's going to be totally necessary. So everything in there is going to be created, and then I can start creating. Then I have to get data in there, and once I have I'm data like user, player, stats, so that my formulas can generate skills. And then those skills can then, in turn, finally, at that stage, start being implemented into the action functions that are going to determine play progress. How that's going to look when it's time to simulate, I don't know. I will have to return to Unity really quick, just to keep adding more, doing more, slowly setting things up, so that I might be able to actually have it ready for when I start pulling in data from the service. So it's going to be back and forth between them because I have to keep myself fresh and constantly learning Unity because I'm a long way from long way from being an expert, and even being functionally usable as far as fluidity goes. I've got a ways to go. So have a ways to go. I don't know why today it's really sticking in my head that I'm saying that a lot, but all right. So I have to get past these runtime errors. I'm pretty sure that they should. It's probably just my having, well, like for example, data set position group. I'm pretty sure position group is supposed to have a capital G, so that could be a problem. It may not have at one point, but let's go here. Go here. PFFM web. And let's see, search. Find in folder. Go. Position group. I want the full word, but I'm not going to worry about that. So we're going to get rid of, I want to see how many places it's done wrong. Oh, certainly not doing that. Let's see how many I have in the uppercase form if I do this. So there is some in the uppercase form, which is inconsistent. And I'm going to need to change how many of those are in the lowercase form. It's only a few, which means I'm going to change that to position group. And yeah, we'll just change all of those. Make sure. Oh wait, nope. Change it from one to the other. Change it from lowercase to the same thing. Replace. We'll do that. And I don't think I have a miss capital, but let's see if I do. Oops. Position group. Yep, that's wrong too. See, I got capital. I'm going to go with changing it to the same. 0.5 of those. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I have I don't think I have my code running. In fact, I know I don't. Let's Control-Shift-P, run task, start all services. Let's get my services up because nothing's going to work if I don't have my services running. So yeah, that was cool having a bunch of, I actually had a fair number of folks coming by and chatting last night. That was nice. Just to talk about the game and whatever else we were talking about, but that was pretty cool. I have a long way to go to build up enough, oh, really? Updating my Discord here. For some reason, AMG Auth really takes a long time to get started. I don't know why. I don't know if there's something going on with how it runs, but it's been kind of slow lately. And once it gets going, the other ones seem to fire up pretty fast. I'll have to look into that. There's some settings, some actions, there it goes. And then they all kind of start firing. I don't know if it's, honestly, I don't know why it's taking so long. I mean, it's not a big deal as long as everything functions correctly. but it can be a problem if everything's not functioning correctly. I'll have to keep an eye on. I'll have to start doing performance testing at some point. Ugh. Gotta love performance testing. I do need to start putting in my unit testing into some other services too. Like I've done streamer and user account. I'm gonna need to start putting in code to put it in. I should probably start with like AMG auth. That would probably be a good one. Start getting unit testing in place. Now, a lot of times what I've been doing is I'll be working on a task separate of AI, and I'll put AI to work. I'll use agent and go model my unit testing setup of this service and implement it onto this service. And then it goes through and creates a lot of the same files and a lot of the same functionality and kind of starts getting things set up. And then, of course, it doesn't work correctly, and I spend a day implementing, getting that going. Sometimes it goes nice, not so much some other times. But hey, you got to do what you can do, man. It's only so much you can do when you're doing this work. Sometimes the AI is smart, and sometimes and not so much. Let's see if I can get this to go back to its functional state. Okay. I click it and nothing has happened. Oh, whoops. Wait, that's am I out of sync? I'm out of sync. Darn it. There we go. So going back to the playbook, and then we're gonna go back to the play editor, and then we're gonna click here and here and here. And then I'm going to click here, and it's going to blow up. React does not recognize data-position group prop on DOM element. If you intentionally want it to appear in the DOM as a custom attribute, spell it as lowercase data-position group. Oh, really? That's the thing? So it's because it's called this thing, which isn't the same. I changed too many. But this particular item is complaining because it's in a DOM. DOM thing. DOM thing. Honestly, I don't even know where it, where is it finding that? Oops. How's it even finding it, or not finding it? Current project. Current entire solution? How is it? Okay. There it is. Kind of. So it doesn't like this. Data dash position. I'll do lower G. That's weird, but okay. Did that fix anything? Okay, well, it got past that, but we no longer have weird titles here. So we're in play editor, line 422. I don't see anything visually wrong with this. Oh, base play type. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. All right, so line 422 of the play editor. Play editor JSX. 422. Lots and lots of code here. 422. And the problem is right there. Let's go see if this exists anywhere else. Not seeing a lot of other miscalcs, but just trying to get all these things to be capitalized correctly. What is it called? Base play type. Most of them look like they're case correct. Yep. Looking at other things to see if they're wrong, and we're good. Alright, let's go back to here. Play, offense, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Now we're slowly getting somewhere. We're slowly getting it back. I guess I can put this over here so don't need to see it twice. Yeah. So the way my play editor works is if I start clicking on stuff, now of course, if it's working, I click here, it'll start drawing routes. So I got W1, right? So if I start clicking here, it's supposed to start drawing routes out. Let's see if it does it. Nope, because 125 on formation layout is case incorrect again. Boo! Let's go to formation layout. What is that? 125. Yeah, and I keep thinking I've got it fixed, and then bam, something. Positions. All right, so let's go Control Shift F. Let's see if we have too many more of those. Yep. Oh, it's only one. Just this one. Back to game plan. Play editor. Offense. Blom, 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 blom. Yes, now we've got it drawing. Okay, so now we've got it drawing to the spot. So all I need to do is this is basically the route part, right? Now it's set up as a run. So right now I might just do like an add action, which you can see here. I do not have because my actions are not showing up. and you thought it was working. Nope, actions are missing. I should have a bunch of action options here. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go find that problem. Woo! Action. Actions. Determine route color. Actions. No. Where is it? It's in the application somewhere. Add. Oh, because it's add actions. All right, so let's see, where is this? All right, so we're right here. So we got selected route actions ref, and on changed route action types. Syntactically, these guys look fine. I think the problem is it's not loading correctly. Handle action select, but why are we not loading correctly here? Selected position. Font. Find item, selected action, comparing versus equal. Selected action. Handle, add class to selected option. Gotta have some class, man. Options, class list, add selected option. Route action types, action index, position group, document. What looks like an improper base play type. Position group. Action, aha. How about ID and name? Those are both not good. Let's change that to an N. And I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be lowercase. There he goes. There he goes. We've got our list of optional movement now. So I do have options. Oh, okay. So I have block, move, lineup. All right. So what this means is I'm trying to decipher. Okay. So I think what I'm going to have to do is start defining. So I think the way I need to store this is in a two-part action. Everything is a action and a coordinate. I'm pretty sure that's how it's set up, and I have to figure out the best way to store this. So it's action plus coordinate. So by default, it should say something like move. I think I could hide move from this, and lineup would have to be, lineup is just the start of the play. So you have a lineup and what the coordinate is going to be for the start of the play. So everybody should have a starting coordinate, would be lineup. So if I should almost have that be, I'm cold, so put my sweatshirt on. It's supposed to get nice today. It says it's 67 in back. It's only 55 in front. I don't know what that, that's what happens. Our back deck gets really warm in the morning, and then by the evening it's cooling off because the sun's on the other side of the house. We're supposed to start getting decent weather these next couple of days. Doesn't mean it's ever going to be warm downstairs, because my house is going to start doing stuff. If it starts getting warm, it's going to start blowing air AC. So the downstairs is just going to get cold. All right, so let's go look at my default setup for my PFFM playbook. Playbook, and I believe it's in the C data. No, maybe it's not C data. It's types. So ultimately what I'm going to have to do is generate all these plays as C data so that a lot of the plays I have can just be pulled into, you know, when I deploy it to other environments so that it'll have plays. There should be plays already in there, even if at first it's only like 5, but I can create plays, and I'm going to try to create at least one play for each play type. That's my objective. So if I can get one play set up for each play type, I should be in pretty good state. So we'll see how that goes. This way I can create game plans that use play types. I could even use assigned plays if I want to. Specific plays, because I'll have some play types. And each one will be a play that's a play type. So we got route assignment, play position, route action, coordinates or route action name, coordinates for the action if applicable. So this is probably should be route action name and then the coordinates, and not all of them will get coordinates. So I think I need to set up, I'm going to change this. So I need to update my play editor. So let's go to, let's go ahead and let Claude assist on this. Claude, oh Claude. Only problem is, Claude is not it. Okay, sheesh. I'm having some format issues, as you can see. I can't get my screen to stay on the screen, which means it's about what it should be right there. It's about the minimum I can make my screen look. And it's off screen, which I don't like. But it's not off screen, but I mean it's off my main section. I like things to stay where they are. Dynamic sizing is a pain, right? So you're trying to get everything to stay as you resize it, but as you can see, it's a little iffy. I could probably fix the columns pretty easy. I don't know how my grid would behave if I tried to dynamically resize it, because obviously things are squishing, and I don't know how well that's going to respond, but I need to change stuff. So let's go here. I have to type in at workspace first before I change it to Claude, because it will undo my Claude. Claude is new in here, and Claude 3.7, and Visual Studio is still kind of funky with using other things. I need to update my play editor functionality to default. Currently, when information loads, or when all right, when formation loads, for now, let's just get this going. When formation loads, no, when a position, good grief, Ken, position is clicked, the route actions list and the I don't know, what is it called? The route action types and the route action types list show up with the route actions list being empty. By default, I need the route actions list to be populated with the formation, with 2 parts. Route action. By default, I need, all right, by default, I need the route, the assigned route actions list to be 2 parts. First click would be 2 parts. Route action. Colon coordinates. Coordinates when applicable. When applicable. Applicable? Did I spell that correctly? I don't know. Maybe. We need to change only lineup and move currently require coordinates. Upon click of a position, selecting the route actions, the assigned route actions list should be populated with 1 line. Line up, colon, positions, position coordinate. Oops. When move, when click on a empty field location per current, the line, the route line should be drawn, and a assigned route action entered as move point of new coordinate of click location. Okay, let's see what it does. I don't know how well I described that. I could have been sloppy. Let's see if it's able to gronk what I'm saying. Do you see what I'm saying? Is that a yes or is it that a no? We're about to find out. So I'm using an accent in my play. I'm in a play. I'm playing Vincent Price. Well, not Vincent Price. I'm playing Frederick Lauren, who was played by Vincent Price in the movie, which is cool. I get played part by Vincent Price. Vincent Price was just cool, man. So if you don't know who Vincent Price is, you should look him up. He was a famous actor, did a lot of horror movies, old horror movies way before my time. Although I think the last movie he did was Edward Scissorhands. I think that was his last movie. He was pretty old at that time. But he was Edward Scissorhands' father or creator or whatever you want to call it. But it was a good. He did a lot of Edgar Allan Poe movies because I don't know they they connected well. I think he did like 7 or 8 movies that were Edgar Allan Poe creations. But he also did House on Haunted Hill, and that's the play we're doing. That's not an Edgar Allan Poe movie, but in fact, it's a pretty cheesy. It's pretty early on in his career, I think, but it's this is the play we're doing, and I'm actually playing a guy with an accent. Annabelle, the guest will be arriving soon. Is your face on yet? Annabelle and I, you see, we don't get along very well. She's been trying to kill me throughout my life, or she denies it, but I'm pretty sure it's true. She did one time try to poison me with arsenic. As it turns out, she's not done with her scheming. But I will figure it out. I am, after all, a multimillionaire, and I'm obviously smarter than the average bear. So that's me. And I've been doing the accent through all of our rehearsals. I've only got 8 weeks left, though. And I haven't memorized everything yet. I mean, we're not off book yet, so everybody's still on script, but I'm getting more and more and more of it, but I got to get 100%, and I got 8 weeks. To be fair, I think it's only 6 weeks. We have 8 more rehearsals. So, anyway. Test the work. Let's see what we got here. Let's go with the add set token. All right, wait. Did we? Wait, what happened here? Wait, did it not? Did it break? What happened? Oh wait, am I not? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but I think it lost. It just didn't. It just ignored me. What happened? Whoa! It's like whatever I typed just was undone. It just like ignored me completely. I don't know what happened. Weird. Let's try this again. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Oh, there it goes. Put it in that time. Bizarre, man. Just, luckily, Control Z got me back to where it was. It was thinking. I know I saw it thinking. But I don't know if it like, I can't do this. I think I'll just quit. Delete it, pretend like I never was asked. It's like, maybe he won't notice if I just delete it and pretend like I was never there. I'll help you update the play editor component to implement. Oh, right, and now it's doing something. It might have just blown up. And sometimes it blows up and then deletes what it was giving you. It goes, I can't figure this out, and just undoes it. So let's go to my play editor component, which is where I'm at right now. Formation position, find P position equals position. Update the handle position click function. All right, so let's do this. All right, so we'll see what it's doing. I got handle position click, and I guess I do need to get this, so that makes sense. I will need, I don't know why it says add. Why don't we just say get? And we'll go like this. Oh, really? My wife's telling me, hey, they picked up yard waste yesterday, and they're going to pick it up again tomorrow. So I picked it up on Tuesday, 2 days before, and now she's probably wants me to do yard work to fill it back up. Like, really? Let's see here. Let's see what she wants. I think that's what she wants. I know she's going to pick mow, but I also wanted to know that I'm not door dashing and mowing. So I got here's your options. I can mow, or I can door dash. I don't mind. I don't care about either one. I'd rather do mowing, to be honest. But I just want her to know that I'm not door dashing if I mow. That's the only difference. If she'd rather me do the yard work, I'm sure. But and again, it doesn't bother me either way. In fact, like I said, I'd rather do that almost because it feels more productive than the $7 an hour I make door dashing, if I'm lucky. So, see what she says. She's replying. Let's see if I'm right. She prefers. She prefers Mo. Mo. Mo with lots of heartfelt emojis. I figured as much. I'm gonna reply here with an emoji. I don't know why. Because I am of that mind. Oh, you know, I forgot they don't let you do the what are they called? The emojis. Hey, Coding Turtle, how's it going, man? I'm just replying to my wife. I gotta let her know that I'm gonna take care of something for her later. So, and I'm just getting this off my docket. Oh man. What is the latest with you, man? We'll go with that. That'll I'll make her laugh at least. So yeah, I've been kind of fixing my play editor, but I made some back end changes, a structure of how I wanted my plays to be stored so that I can reference them and read from them better. So I'm working with the AI to help come up with the best way to reprocess my current code to allow me to meet the new back-end functionality, a back-end system. And before I didn't like store the lineup, but I think I want the lineup because right now the way the whole back-end simulation is going to work is you're going to have a play that's going to be processed into, run the play. And once that play begins, all it's going to do is start executing all of the route action assignments, which is what this list here is, the W1, which is the wide receiver 1. That is the route action assignments. But without the starting formation position, it won't know where to put the player. So even though I have that, I need to actually pull it in using the W1. I want it to auto load that first point when I click on it. So that would be the first point. And then any attempt to add additional movements will get a move action. and that will be where they're moving to. And then of course we have various options for what that player can do given the type of play. So for most wide receivers, their only option really is going to be block or move, because they don't have a ball and it's not going to get thrown to them. I do need to make some adjustments. I think one of the play types that I don't have in here for the receivers, because it's filtered, is that they should be able to run with the ball, because if you do a reverse or something like that, the option to get the ball and run should be available. But that might actually not be defined as an actual route action. It might be a runtime action. A runtime action is essentially what happens during play. So if they receive the ball, then they become a runtime action. So there's a lot of things that happen at runtime actions. These are everything that's not technically planned for the ball, right? So you have the routes and all the things they do before the ball's moved or before the ball does anything. But after the ball is in play, actions kind of change up a little bit. There may be assigned actions like blocking and things like that that still happen. But when you have the ball, now your job is just to get your butt down the field, right? So it's a little bit different. Anyhow, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to update how my plays are going to be stored, and I'm trying to get the best way to set that up. So update the handle position click function. Now it is rare, it has happened, but it is rare that these kind of updates work on the first time in. Actually, that looks good to me. It's going to take the formation positions, get formation coordinates for the position. So we're going to use that to get, okay, so that looks good. Go like this. Update this. See if anything breaks. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. All right, we're good. All right, so now we're going to move down to handle route click. Update the handle route click. This is where the handle route click is where we build the routes. The when I click on the field and start building how they're moving on the field. And let's see, format coordinate string. So yeah, we set up our coordinates. Yep. Looks good. It's going to be a move. Nice. All right. Now I'm not sure, even though I have actions in here for move and lineup, those are auto adds. So I don't know if I'm going to actually put them in as actions in here. But it's just loading them right now. Update the route display in your JSX group actions with coordinates. Render route actions. That actually might be, where is that at? Is that in here? Capture play, handle save, load all plays. I may have to change these out. Handle save play. I have save play, and I don't have. Here's one thing I haven't built in yet. I have no way to get my play back. Like, what? Yeah, once I create it and save it, it's inaccessible. I haven't created a load play option yet. I know I need to do that. But I could save a play, start a new play, but I can't I can't load my plays. Not in an editable form yet. Because right now, plays, once they're stored in the playbook, they're stored as images. They'll have an image and an ID, and then it can pull that information from the play as it's defined in the database. But just for the sake of ease of load, these aren't going to load in a visual, functional way like you see here. there's a a tool that can save a piece of the screen as an image, and I successfully saved it, but I saved it as a blob basically to the database, so I can't actually see what it did. I don't even know if it looks good. So I'm going to change that. For one, it's not a good way to store data or store images. You should have a different database or some sort of structure for that if you're going to do like a blob container. So, and it takes up a lot of stuff unless you're putting in a blob container. So I'll probably change that in the future, but I think I'm going to edit it right now to change it to an actual image and save it somewhere for me to access. So I can actually see it. I can double click on the image and just look at it and see what it created. That is my objective. So since I'm not dashing after all, I'm going to actually go until at least 11:30, try to see if I can get this fully functioning. So we'll see how that goes. Render route actions. I still don't know where that is. Is that update the route display in your JSX to group actions with coordinates. Route. Where is this? Render route actions. Huh? Update the route display. Wait, that's not a thing. Update the route display in your JSX to group actions with coordinates. Then in your JSX route definition section, replace your existing list with then in your JSX route definition section, replace your existing list So it wants me to update handle actions section. Selected position, border, selected route action ref. Comparing versus equal. I don't know what that's doing anyway. Oh, gee. Handle action select. Add class to selected option. Route actions type. I think we're talking about this guy. Play definition on the right. Save play, filter component, show component, play definition, handle reset, select position. So we got move to. This is going to be regular action or coordinate without specific handling. What is a regular action? Oh. No. Update your route display in your JSX to group actions with coordinates. So not sure where to put the render route actions. Or which lines it is replacing. However, before doing that, to before doing that, I need to clarify that the assigned route actions will always be in the list as route action colon coordinates if required. Move to is not a valid action. Well, you know, I wonder if I should, I'm trying to think of the best display here. So, no, yeah, because if I go, the route assignment is essentially, okay, so we got the route action, which is going to be one of these, and the route action is going to be a list of all the things they do. We've got action, which is going to be route action name, hitch, blah, blah, blah. And then the coordinates, which is what we're going to do. So it's always going to be, yeah, I think I'm just going to set it up like this. Yeah, is not a valid route action. Title is action. Some move and lineup will have coordinates, other actions, when selected and added to list will just be the action. Coordinates with no coordinates. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Because I want it to line up, and what I was trying to do was just have a textual visual thing. We got to move to coordinates, and I would just do coordinates mean it's move. But I think I'm just going to clean it up, and it'll be move, coordinate, lineup, or lineup coordinate, move coordinate, whatever actions we do, whether that's block or hitch or button or whatever the variety of receiver route actions would be. What do you call it? Stutter step, hitch and go, or go, whatever. So, yeah, all of those types of actions will be specific things that they do once they hit it. Go is like an ending to a play. So is scout. Okay, so go just means run to the end zone. At that point, you're no longer under a specific route. You're just going whoosh, down this field. If you're running a route and you have a scout, that's usually at the end of a route. Also, that means try to get open so the quarterback can find you. Ideally, the quarterback throws to you where you're going to be, but you never know how that pans out. All right, first let's add the render action function to correctly display the route actions. So we got to add the render route actions. Okay, let's do this. This is a newbie thing, a new thing. Let's put this up here. Hopefully this isn't overwriting anything I've already got in place. But now replace the route display section in your JSX. This replaces the existing route display code in your components. Oh, okay. I don't need the comment, but I do need this. All right, let's see what this does. All right, so we're going down here. We're gonna have this guy gonna get replaced. There's my one map. Huh. All right, so this is just gonna call a function that's gonna do this instead, which is fine. Your handle position click and handle route click functions already look good for adding lineup and move actions with coordinates. Let's slightly modify the handle action select function to add the action name without action prefix. Handle action click is somewhere up here. Handle reset routes. Handle action select. Oh, okay. So we're not going to do the prefix, which is good because I don't want that. Control N. Now we're going to put in the auto formatting because it needs it. Now everybody's back to nice and formatted. Yes. Okay. We will save and see what that did. Did it break anything? Kinda. New play. All right, so we got a blank. So let's go select a new play here. Let's put this instead. Click here. Didn't work. Boo. Okay, so it didn't do what it was supposed to. When I click this guy, it's not putting in. It's definitely seeing me do it. We're getting some errors. Coordination says undefined. Coordinates is undefined, undefined. So we're still a little off. Hey, I didn't quite get that right. Let's see if I can see what it's doing wrong. Obviously, if those things are undefined, it's got bad numbers. And we should also be getting... Yeah, oh, wait, what? Oh, it's... Oh, that's so... One is weird. It's saving them all to one, though. I can break all these guys now if I want to. All right, so we got some problems. All right, so let's go look at the position click. So position click is a little off. Let's see what it's doing wrong or not doing. Let's make sure it's at clicking. Let's go see if we're at least clicking when we click here. Go there. Yes, we are clicking on the position correctly. So it's just not displaying. Reset the selected index. Fetch route action types. Type. This should probably be a lot like when I do the move, to be honest. So we have the set route, type, action value move, handle route click. All right, so I don't think it fixed everything because it's got stuff in here that's not correct anymore. It's still missing. Like I'm still seeing action and coordinate and value and stuff that's off. I think the handle route click and the handle position click are not updated to match expectations. Currently firing handle route click enters into the signed actions, signed route actions, move undefined, undefined, and triggering and the position click doesn't enter anything at all. And therefore, we've got a problem, troops. We need to get this ironed out. Again, this is one of those things where a guy who 20 years of coding could probably go through here and iron it out myself. I am getting a little bit, I do kind of let the AI do it. But I do check. I look at the code, compare the code, make sure it's going to do what I expect it to do. I'm not sure why I have to fetch route action types during the position click. Oh, that's right, because it's filtered based on position. That's right. Because each position can do different things. Like the lineman can only do blocking, basically. That's what they do. That's their job. And then certain other positions could throw, quarterbacks could pass or run or scramble or do their own thing. And then same with running backs. They have a slightly different possible option set. And there's often more when on a pass because there's more things to do. And position click functions. Let me help you fix them to match your expectations. The handle position click should initialize as lineup action showing the formation to coordinates. Handle position click. Okay, let's see what it did. That was different. We got the selected position, we're doing this guy, and then we have the constant actions await to get the action, which I will need. Get formation coordinates for the position, which is what we're trying to accomplish here. Didn't work last time, but we'll see. And then they got formation coordinates, set routes. So far I don't see anything different. Type action, value lineup. They are taking... Set routes is going to be a little different. Oh, it's actually going to update this guy and then return previous. Don't override existing routes. Well, that's good. We don't want to do that. That's what this does. It's changing the format of things a little bit. I'm not sure. Why it's doing it this way? It feels different. Otherwise, create new routes starting with lineup. So basically, it's looking to see if it already started. And then we're going to do this. Okay, I see what's going on. We just have a conditional route set to make sure we don't blob out our current stuff. So let's see what this does. Let's see if this makes any fix on the position click. I'm not sure what it's doing that's all right, so we're going to go, I know that didn't do anything, but let's go see what the handle route click is what it did to fix my handle route click. Didn't really do anything. Handle route click selection. I don't see any differences. Oh, it's a to fixed, coordinate fixed one. All right, well, so it is using coordinate to fixed, whatever that is. That's a function I never heard of. Select position, previous select position. All right, let's see what this goes. Put it in, it's a little different. All it's doing is changing the way the coordinates are set up, so we'll see how that plays out. And that's all it did. No other stuff. So let's see if we have any improvement on our process here. So we're still here. Route click is not doing anything still. Huh. Whatever this is doing, it's not working. Alright, so we gotta figure out what's going on with handle route click. Handle route click is not doing anything. Or not, I'm sorry, position click. Handle position click. Alright, so let's go see what we actually have in our code when we get here. We'll just have to see. Let's go click. So we got position, LG, left guard. Okay, fine. We got play type, run, yeah. So we go F10 and check out our actions. We have lots of actions options, which most of them we aren't going to be able to use, which is fine. Set route actions. I'm not sure why we're setting route actions on the handle position click. It's probably because it needs to be filtered. I know. Why am I asking myself the same question I already answered? Alright, so the formation coordinates is null. So whatever get position formation coordinates is, it's not working. So that's a key element right there. Let's see what is it? Let's step through here. All right, so we know that's not working, so let's go ahead and step back into here. Go like that. F5. Now we're here. So we got the position, RG, selected formation. Positions. And these are the coordinates. So it might be reading these wrong, because LG is right there. Should be returning this -1 colon thing. So let's go F10. We got selected formation positions. These are the positions, yes. And we're going to go find this guy, which should be LG. Oh, P position is in there. So this guy's got RG. Oh, it's RG. All right, RG, whatever. So we should be finding a position where position equals RG. And we do have RG right there. So it should be 1:0. And did we find it? Are we anything that's our case problem? We don't have any case problems, do we? Don't want case problems. Positions. RG. Nope, everything's looks like a match, right? So hit F10. Should now have something. Oh, it's undefined. Why is that coming back undefined? We know it's there. Huh. Why? Positions.find. Oh. I think, let's try, this should be player position. So these are the positions, yes, but this is the player position. Let's try that instead. Can I set this back here? Let's try that again. We'll click on LT. 5, now we're back up here. Now how do we look? Aha! We got data now. Woo! Alright, so if not position data, which it should not be this time, should not be not. Now it's going to have position X and position Y, which I don't know how it's doing that. I don't have them stored that way. It's just, I don't have them stored as X and Y. I'm storing them as 2 and 0. So the question is, do I store them as coordinates? I think ultimately I asked this question before of the system, and it said store them as separate coordinates, X and Y. And I guess I didn't. I thought I changed it to do that, but I guess I didn't. So lineup position should be lineup position X and lineup position Y. And this could be as a result of the selected formation not being set up that way. And it's quite possible. Action coordinates. See, action coordinates is a I'm thinking I need to change this. Because either that or I have to parse out the string. Now, it's not that hard to parse out strings. I mean, it's two values, right? But it is quicker just to reference it as X and Y. But that means I have to figure out, that means I got to change a lot of stuff. Because my seed data for my formations is just strings. And that would mean I have to go through and change all of these, update all of these. I am going to, let's go ahead and clear this. Let's see how good this agent is at doing this for me. Let's see how hard this is. If it's easy enough. Can you, oops, let's go, yeah, it works. Can you give me an updated version of this file, splitting lineup position into line up position dot lineup position X and line up position Y. I'm trying to decide if the performance gain of dealing with numbers directly is going to be significant to make this update. Let's see. Oops, too late. I hit enter. It's supposed to be shift, but my finger missed. So I'm using agent. So agent's actually going to try to rewrite this. So I can look at it and then go, okay, I guess that's good enough. I should do it. It's one of those things like, you know, it's going to take a few minutes to do, like 10 minutes or 20 minutes to implement, because I got to go through and change all this stuff. But ultimately, it's better for the system. I kind of thought just storing it as just coordinates would work, but that's just not how everything works. Everything's going to be functioning off of an X and a Y value that I got to plug in places. And if you just have X and Y, there's no breaking it up and trying to move it around with the broken up or constantly breaking it up. And just having those values as what they are, probably going to save me time. So in the long term, and also performance should be faster. I don't have to write extra code to handle splitting up my coordinates. And yeah, just one of those things. It was a design decision that ultimately I didn't realize was going to be as much of a problem as it's headed for. Live and learn, I guess. I have done some major refactoring. I still consider this pretty early stages, so this is the time to do it. Get yourself on the right track. It is not early stages in the sense, like I would not want to do this if I had everything implemented already using string coordinates. this would suck because it'd be so many things. So the play running, the processing, how things are moving around in the field would all just be unhappy situations, unhappy nightmares. So this is supposedly doing something. It is doing something, right? I mean, I don't see, all I see is thinking. And I'll update the, did it break? Did it die? Oh, there it goes. Here it goes. It's doing the edits. And it's, yep, it's rewriting everything. See, this is one of the things I dreaded, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 8 formations in there. I got to do a bunch more, by the way. I think these are mostly offense. I got like 2 defense and mostly offense. But I want to put some other formations in. I have to put kickoff formations in, field goal formations in, and other stuff too. But being able to have the AI just do the rewrite for me makes it so much, I'm so much more willing to do it when I can just have the AI make the change for me. And it seems to have done a pretty good job. So, yeah, looks pretty good. All right. Keep. All right, so now my formation C data is now in line. So that means I have to do other changes, which is going to be fun. I got to decide how I'm going to make those changes. Now that I've changed it to coordinates, there's a lot of things that are going to get kind of axed. So my formation, I got positions, position, that's where they go. Offense, defense, name, positions. And then the positions go here, play position. And position group. Why don't I have the, that's interesting. How am I loading these? Because apparently I'm not pulling it from the type because my, it's just reading my, I load these into the database and then I pull that information and put it into my formations, which are going to be stored, which is probably fine, but I'm curious as to how I'm doing this, or what I'm doing with this formation object here. Huh. Because it doesn't have coordinates at all. What I will need to do, though, is update. So this has action coordinates for the route action, which is probably going to have to be action coordinates. How would you recommend updating the route action coordinates to now use X, Y instead of string X, Y. Trying to think how, if it'd be best just to do action coordinates and leave it the same and then just go X, Y, comma, I don't know, that'd be a string still. So just do numerics, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, or do I separate it and have X's and Y's? Have action coordinate Y, action coordinate X. Oh yeah, it's doing coordinate X and coordinate Y. Why did it delete the other ones? Why did it delete sequence and action? It only needed to delete action, but I don't know. It says here, let me change how these are. Okay, not sure what that benefited, but all right. I don't think I have any other coordinates on this setup. Nope. But that said, I do have a number of things that are going to need additional coordinates. Let's see if it's looking at other stuff. 'Cause sometimes it's smart. It'll look at other things and go, hey, you're referencing these things. Let's go fix these too. Oh yeah, I got to change the proto. See, it is thinking of some other stuff. Usually, I'm surprised it's even looking at the playbook proto because it never looks at the playbook proto. I will go do that right now. I usually have to tell it to tell me what to do with the proto. Yeah, okay, that works. Route action. All right, let's go with it. Looks good. I like the, it did kind of jump ahead on me there. That was good. It's looking at other stuff. I like that. It's making the necessary alterations in other things. It's taking a look. Some days it's good about it. Some days it's delusional. I'm serious. It like doesn't even realize. That's why I got to watch closely to make sure it's only changing things that I want it changing. What are we looking at? Runplay.go. A lot of stuff in runplay.go currently is just placeholders. It's changing some comments just fine. Only a little bit in the code change. Okay, I think we're good there. Oh shoot, it's doing something I don't like. No! It's using Pascal case. Oh wait. Wait, that might be okay. If this is pulling from the proto, Pascal case might be fine. And it's because the proto does stuff in Pascal case. Don't ask me why. Not the proto, the generated PB files that it's like the proto files use either snake case or camel case. But the files they generate, the Go files that they generate, use Pascal case. So it will actually, when you run the main file, or the main gen, which is what I'm going to do right now, cd pffn :/common. Let's go check this out first. So just putting in some comments, updating my. Oh, it's actually going all the way into the play editor. Interesting. Being smart. Okay. Wow, it's making those changes for me. Very good, very good. I was thinking I had to go change it in the on the website, but it's found those pages already. It's doing it. All right, so then we have my agents being kind of smart today. Now, I don't know that it makes any difference, but I did plug in Context 7, I think. We were talking about it last night. That's what I was doing this morning before I logged on. I was trying to see if I could get the MCP server installed, and I did. I don't know if it's using it. I don't know how to tell if it's doing anything with it. So, there's got to be a way to like say what version of whatever are you using or what are you doing. I don't see any of the changes here, so we should be good. Right. Oh, there is more. Oh, wait. Gotta look at this. I don't like this. I don't like seeing huge chunks of code change. Parse coordinate strings into X and Y values. Create a new array for the processed actions. Still looking at this. I don't, like I said, I'm not a big fan of when it makes major code changes. Like this is a major, so a big chunk of stuff. Oh yeah, see it's doing add corners for these actions. Now I gotta break it down. Actually, I think I do want this thing at the top for sure. And then, and this for sure. This item, I don't know what it's going to do else, but there's some helper function to map action names to action type IDs. Oh, okay, well that's fine. I keep that. I didn't even know I was needing that. Line up move motion? Oh. Well, thing is my actions have ID names. Why do I need that? It should probably just be stored with it. Huh. Let's go see. Let's go see what else it's doing here. Lineup position, map number. Use the new lineup position X and Y directly. Position lineup X. Okay. That works. Getting rid of that. And okay, so and the same thing, we're getting rid of the split. I like getting rid of like splits and stuff. That's string manipulation, and I'm just getting rid of it. So this works too. Are we done? Because I got to tell you what to do with this last piece. Okay. Ideally, we let's go home here. Workspace. I want to eliminate all string versions of coordinates except for display purposes. Also, with regards to mapping text to action IDs, I would rather just use the text from the action IDs already and assign from the action type types already and assign the action IDs to the list item as a hidden value so that we can just read the hidden value when storing, saving the action. The assigned action items. All right, well, it's 11:30. Time for me to come back and finish this later. I'm going to go try and take care of my midday tasks. And I'll be back, I expect, pretty soon. It probably, I got to go eat lunch and go mow and do a couple yard work. And I expect by 1 o'clock. I'm shooting for 1. Might be 1:30 or 2 at the latest. But I'll be back because I got a lot of coding to do. I got to get this play editor fully functioning and displaying correctly, saving correctly, so that I can create like 10 or 15 plays that I can use for my simulation. But I need it to be storing and working correctly. I'm getting rid of all of the string saving of coordinates. That's the primary thing right now. So this way I can work with everything. Will actually use an XY coordinate integer, which should make it a little easier to set up and process throughout the whole game versus what I'm currently doing. So we'll see how this all plays out. I'm going to let it go through, do its hack and slash, see if there's anywhere else that I'm missing. And then we'll find out where I'm at in the whole thing. So till then, guys, everybody who stops by, thanks for coming by, Coding Turtle. And anyone else who decides to stop by later and post, feel free to leave me chat questions, and I will try to get back to you.